Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, where I do non-pop country music reactions. Occasionally a review, but normally it's a reaction, which means I don't know the song. And this song is no exception. Alli Walker with Gretchen Wilson. Now I do know Gretchen Wilson. I've reacted to her a few times earlier in the channel. But this song is First Time Living, and it was requested by Jeff Cather, who made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Jeff, thank you again, my friend, for this. And this is what Jeff said in his email to me when he made the request. Hi, Don. Here is a request for an up-and-coming female, and a bonus, she is a Canuck. So shout out to Canadians. We all know my success of picking rising new females after I predicted Megan Maroney and Ella Langley, so pay attention to Alli. You know you're going places when Gretchen Wilson sings with you, and that I can agree with, because Gretchen can belt out a tune, but she's got attitude, sass, performance ability. Gretchen's got all of it, so anyway, it's good to see the label getting behind Alli, and we're going to see what she's got for us. All right, here we go. First Time Living.
I used to say I'd never, 'cause I'd know better than to raise my voice like you did. Every time you lose it, you were doing your best. 2 kids, no rest. Yeah, I'm seeing it now from your side. I think you did all right.
Oh, this might have been about her mom or dad, or both. Alrighty. I like it. I like the way that started, if that's where this goes.
Don't we all need a little grace? Another one more, try again. A lot of things you would've changed if you would've known what you know now back then. Getting older makes you wiser, doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. I shouldn't be so hard on you. It's your first time living too. It's your first time living too. I was working 2 jobs, just trying to make ends meet.
Yeah, you get tired.
And I had you all way too young, just a baby having babies. You were a handful when you turned 15. Then when you met a boy and you moved away, I lost a piece of me. Don't we all need a little grace? Another one more, try again. A lot of things you would have changed if you would have known what you know now back then. Getting older makes you wiser, doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. I shouldn't be so hard on you. It's your first time living too. First time's hard to get through. Oh, first time down this road. First time learning as we go. Don't we all need a little grace? Another one more, try again. A lot of things I would've changed if I would've known what I know now back then. Getting older makes you wiser, doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. I shouldn't be so hard on you. It's your first time living too. It's my first time living too.
Parent-child. Well, I like the way that was shot. I also like the way they collaborated together. Their voices worked really well together. The truth in this song was spot on. I like the way it was written. I like the cadence. I like the way it was produced. I like the rhythm and sometimes the change within the syllables that came out. But I know from having run a dance studio for 20 years, I was on the business and customer relations side of it. My ex was the dancer and all this, and it was a very large school. I was studying to go to law school at the time when we opened the dance school for her, but it took off immediately. So I stayed in the business to help corral the thing. And I wound up with my desk in the lobby of the dance studio. That's where I did my work. And the moms, the students, the teachers would all talk to me. The teachers would say hi to me, but they generally interacted with my ex, who was my business partner. But the mothers interacted with me because they had to pay me. I was in the business side of it, the billing side of it. But I saw motherhood from a whole new perspective. And the differences in motherhood and parenthood between, like, say, having one child, two children, some had six, and just what moms go through, though, on a daily basis. Because generally, dad's at work and mom's raising the kids. It's even in our culture today, that's the way it starts anyway. Mom may go out on maternity leave, but she generally goes back in the workforce if she was a working woman prior to having the kids. And what I noticed was that it wasn't just with every new child that the mom became a new person in ways, because the dynamics of life shifted. She didn't change on the inside. That doesn't happen in life. We stay the same personality-wise throughout our life. But and I would tell the mothers, every new day you are a new mother, because your child is a day older and so are you. And that changes incrementally, maybe unobservedly, but over the course of 6 months or a year, the dynamics change. Your kid goes from 8th grade into high school, and now your child's pressures change, peer pressure, challenges, preparing for college changes for your child, and therefore it changes for you, because you're going to be relating to your child differently because they're growing up. And that gets hard on you as a mom. And you'll make mistakes along the way. And this isn't just about motherhood. This is about fatherhood too. But, in my line of work, I saw mothers. I knew the moms. Very rarely was it a solo dad. Every so often that happened if the mom had passed away. But the way Alli sang the song was very nice. She's a very pretty girl, of course, and that's going to work. And I also wonder, when an older artist comes in, somebody who's established in the industry like Gretchen walks in the door, and now you're going to be collaborating. How well do you as a younger artist take advice from a woman like that, from an artist like that, a person like that who knows their craft? Are you coachable? Not everybody's coachable. Some people are like, I'm going to do it my way. I don't care. Who are you? You're old. I don't think that was Alli's way. When you have the privilege of working with a woman who did a song like Redneck Woman and Not Bad for a Bartender and songs like that, and can belt out a tune, but retained her own identity, generally speaking, the force of personality that walks in the door commands your attention. And good call, Jeff, though. I do like this. I'm curious to see where she goes. You do have a good track record. You're not as good at rating songs as I am, as we both know. But you've called some good artists over the years and on the channel, recently on the Canadian Music Awards and others. So let's see. I love songs that just cut right through to truth. And this wasn't hard to take in, but it was a very heartfelt song about we all need a little bit of grace. We've made mistakes. We're gonna make mistakes. I'm tired. I'm working 2 jobs. I've got kids. I'm gonna be tired. But we humans have a duty of continual improvement. So you may make a mistake, but you just want to not make it again. And then hopefully, if you do make it again, you really feel bad about it, and then gradually eliminate that from your emotional responses and your verbal lashing out or what have you when you lose it. And we all lose it at times in life because that's just life on planet Earth. But you just want to get to the point where your kind-heartedness comes out, or your strength of will to refrain from losing it. Just you win those battles so that it doesn't become a habit where you just become freewheeling with whatever you want to say. So, Jeff, I'm going to rate this song, and the number that popped into my head was a 9.0. I like the lyricism. I like the production. I like it was in black and white. That was a nice touch. Gave an old-time feel to it. And I love Gretchen too. So, and we're gonna see if Alli becomes well, she's her own artist. She's not gonna. Nobody's gonna become the next Gretchen because nobody could. Only because Alli's her own woman, and she's gonna become her own artist. So there it is. All right, folks, you can thank Jeff Cather for the introduction to a new artist to the channel, and maybe she will become the next Miranda Lambert in the biz. You never know. All right, guys, have a great day. See you on another video, and keep rocking the country.
I shouldn't be so hard on you. It's your first time living too.